In our last few videos, we started life on the road in our self-built camper van and have been slowly making our way along the south coast of Cornwall. We've seen some great places already, and this time we're heading further west, with our first stop being a popular park up right on the beach at Praa Sands.
So we parked up for the day at Praa Sands, where it's £12 for 24-hour parking, which is great, and it's right on the beach. So we've just been chilling out and reading today, really nice, sunny day, not a cloud in the sky really. And I thought it was a great opportunity to go for a little evening run along the beach as well. It's just a good spot right on the sea where if you've got a van and you're self-contained, you can actually just stay there for a couple of days. There's a little shop up the road as well, you can get milk and things. And yeah, it's just a nice place to be as a base and just chill out on the beach for a while.
We're Tim and Abby, and we converted our Ford Transit into a fully off-grid camper van. We're now enjoying life on the road, so join us for some adventures as we travel around the UK and beyond.
So we've gradually moved ourselves forward in the car park as people have gone, and we now have a spot right on the beachfront, which is very cool, isn't it? So we can hear the waves out the window, and should be nice to wake up to, and maybe if we're up early enough you can get the sunrise on the beach, although I think it's going to be pretty miserable weather tomorrow morning, isn't it?
Unfortunately it's going to rain, yeah.
Typical. The one time it parked up really nice and on the beach, and yeah, it's going to be probably quite cloudy and thunderstorms. Weather is not so good today. Yeah, what a difference a day makes. Yesterday it was super hot, just flying on the beach, and today it's like a different season. I'm pretty wet now.
You look pretty wet.
Oh good, you've already been warm in the shower, that's nice.
Yeah.
This is one of the tests to see, like, we've been keeping the van quite clean and tidy in the dry, obviously. In the wet it's a little bit more challenging in a small space, so see how it works.
So the weather wasn't that much better the next day, but somehow Abby still convinced me it was a good idea to get up for an early morning swim.
Well, do you feel refreshed?
So much seaweed!
Say early morning swim, what they really mean is just run into the sea to say you've done it,
Yeah,
paddle around for a bit, and then run out again.
yeah.
Well, definitely woke me up anyway.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much stuff floating around.
Pretty powerful way, isn't it? The nice thing is though, yeah, we've got the van right there,
Yeah,
and we've already put the heater on. It's going to be nice and tasty when we go back.
yeah.
But the one downside is we can't actually have a shower today because our grey tank is full, because it's been a while before we've emptied it, so yeah.
Yeah, that's quite fun actually.
It was quite fun. Right, back for a cup of tea in the van, I think.
So after warming up in the van, Abby enjoyed a leisurely drive to our next stop at a campsite near Penzance. Well, naturally I decided to run there along the coast path instead.
Definitely making a slow progress on this run. So I'm just checking out Abby's progress on the map. So I'm down here, I've just gone around Lamorna Cove, and I'm coming around a bit of headland just so I can see St Michael's Mount, just about to go past it. And yeah, she is almost at the campsite we were staying, so pretty cool. She'll be able to set up, and I can go back, have a shower, and then grab some lunch. There we go. Hello. So this morning we're in Penzance Harbour and we're about to get a boat to hopefully go and see some dolphins.
Or anything else?
Or anything else, yeah. Whales maybe? What other stuff will we see?
Long shot. Sunfish? Seals?
Abby's quite excited about this. She's got some seasickness tablets just in case.
I'm ready.
And it was going to be a 4-hour cruise, but now it's only going to be 3 because it's quite windy today. Although, it doesn't feel that windy now, but...
Probably goes out to sea.
Probably.
To be fair.
All kitted out.
Is that good?
We booked the boat trip through a company called Marine Discovery, and after we set off, it wasn't long before we started to see some wildlife. A pod of common dolphins swam right up to the boat, which was really cool to see.
We're currently surrounded by dolphins. Wow! I honestly thought we might see like one little dolphin. Like, wow.
At this point, we headed out to more open water and the waves really picked up, so Abby was feeling a bit worse for wear.
Thankfully, the weather cleared up, and on the way back we caught sight of some Rizzo dolphins as well, which are bigger than common dolphins and are known for their distinctive white backs.
So that was really cool, really enjoyed that. We got to see lots of common dolphins quite early on at the beginning, didn't we?
Great.
A few seals and things, and then there wasn't much. There was a big lull where it was quite choppy, yeah, didn't really see anything. And then as we were coming back in, saw loads of Rizzo dolphins.
Which are much bigger than the ones we saw earlier.
Quite distinctive white backs, which was really cool. Haven't seen anything like that before. Yeah, really good. Quite happy we got to see that.
But we are pretty soaked through now though, so...
Our shoes are absolutely soaking.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to go back to the van and get some new shoes on. Yeah, have some lunch. And then later on we're coming back into Penzance because we've booked to go for a swim in the open air Lido.
Who's I doing?
That's my idea, but we're also going to the geothermal pool at the end, so it should be good. Be nice to chill out, yeah.
Because it wasn't the warmest of days, we were a bit apprehensive about this, but we thought we'd brave the cold pool first and reward ourselves with a dip in the hot pool at the end.
Nice? Don't know why I'm laughing, now it's my turn. Is that nice? Even the geothermal pool was not really hot, it was more like a warm bath, or towards the end of your bath, but you know, you sort of should get out, but you don't really want to. This was the first ever geothermal Lido in the UK actually, which is pretty cool. There's been geothermal pools because of the one in Bath, Roman Bath Spa, but yeah, this was the first geothermal Lido. So it's 410 metre deep well they dug, and basically it takes the seawater and heats it up with heat exchangers and then warms it up to, what was it today, 31 degrees?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it can go up to around 35 degrees, so sort of how our heater works in the shower, right?
Yeah,
for a van, just on a big scale. There you go, and come back to an already nice warm van, but a quite messy one too.
Very messy one.
So after going out in the van and running a few errands, we're enjoying a nice scenic drive back and definitely weren't expecting what happened next. We ended up taking a corner that was a bit too tight for our van and found ourselves completely wedged at the front and on the side. I tried to reverse out, but the hill we were on was too steep, so yeah, that didn't really work. So we ended up doing quite a lot of back and forth without actually really going anywhere.
Okay, we are completely run aground trying to go around this corner and the engine is cut out. So that is not ideal. You're definitely fine on that side, it's the front that's the problem.
Sorry, it's stuck.
Alright, just roll forward. Just try and turn as much as you can to the right as you do it.
It's not, it's locked, so.
Oh, does it look like we're going to clear that corner on this axis? So tight. This is ridiculous.
And I'll push you back after I can.
It is way too heavy. There's no power. We can't. There's no traction at all.
We're gonna have to just barrel through.
Yeah.
I don't see any way out. You've got all right this side.
Sorry, we're kind of stuck. We've run aground. We're almost out. Just roll and turn as much as you can.
Yeah,
That's
that's good.
good.
Fine this side. Now straighten out.
Okay, you're actually clear off that bit at the back now. Okay, now roll forward.
I'm straighten up.
That's good, it's good, you're doing really good.
Is it completely won't turn off?
It's just died going around the corner, yeah, because we tried to reverse back up.
Yeah, you can smell the clutch.
Yeah.
But
I'll have to push.
you're right.
Okay, is it going? Come on! Have you got it? Yes! Oh my god, it's a nice sound. What the heck just happened?
Engine service now. We're gonna have to get out the road
Just go.
and then just pause for a little bit.
I think that was the worst moment we've had in the van so far. And it was all self-inflicted as well. Let's open the bonnet and just give it time to air out. Whoa, that is a hot engine.
It's gonna cool down.
I don't think that got hit. I think this side did okay. It was that tyre, basically that tyre and this front bit here, although that's not so bad. And then the engine, obviously. And that does not smell good, does it? We're basically coming down a road, and we were on a main road, but then the sat-nav stupidly decided to take a quicker route that just popped up on the screen without really thinking about it. And it started off okay, took us down some okayish roads, but then we got to a corner downhill to the right where we just couldn't get round the corner. It was just not enough space with the size of our van. So we're like, okay, that's not a problem. We stopped, tried to reverse up, but it was on a big incline, really steep, and we just couldn't, with the weight of the van, and also we've just filled up the water tank as well, so there's a lot of weight in the back. We physically couldn't reverse the van up the hill, so we were sort of just impaled on this corner, and it also had a really high jutting out curb, and just no clearance for us to go round. And then to make it even more ridiculous,
The engine cut out,
the engine cut out.
so we couldn't turn the wheel very easily, steering wheel.
Yeah,
And,
so we had no power steering,
no
and there was a queue of
brakes.
cars behind
Two
us
cars,
and
no
in front of
brakes,
us.
And the only brake we had was a handbrake, which
Yeah.
can't have done it that much good, but
So Abby did an amazing job. We switched over, so what we had to do was just take it off the handbrake and try and turn it as hard as possible, the wheel, and just drift it round the corner. But it was also at the back going up and over a curb, but the front was right up against a hedge. So anyway, one way or another, we got out. The main problem, or slight worry, is that the van just would not start. Abby said there was a lot of warning lights coming up on the dash, but then they turned off.
They went straight away. So.
Yeah, fingers crossed we'll be okay. But a few of the all of the cars that ended up having to go around us, don't know how much of a detour we would have forced them to do, but they seemed fairly friendly, and one guy came up and said he's done it before, so that was good. At least definitely learned a lesson from this, that if the corner is tight, it's just not worth even risking it in the van. And then Abby told me afterwards that going left would have actually only added a minute to the journey anyway. So just one of those rules of the van, like when you go to a car park and supermarket, you always have to go right to the back and go to the out of town spaces and stuff like that.
The trouble is, when you're going around Cornwall, sometimes there's no roads but ones like that, you know. So sometimes
it's a bit tricky.
You will face something like that and it will be a bit sketchy,
or there's no signage, so there's nothing to say.
There's nothing to say like turn,
or even on the road we were on. There
was nothing to say unsuitable for over whatever.
And actually there was a road we were on a few weeks ago where we went down it, and it was ridiculously tight, and long story short, a delivery driver came the other way and ended up having to reverse 10 minutes, actually honestly 10 minutes, so that we could go past, because there's no passing places, and he was a smaller van. Okay, at least he was a nice guy.
I feel like we need a map just to say, cross out this road, don't ever come down here again, you know. You can't see it until until you're on it.
You know what, like you've got a mode to avoid tolls and stuff like that and avoid motorways. You need an avoid small roads toggle. There we go, that was eventful.
Let's just hope we've still got all the bits of the van left.
Yeah, when we eventually got out, it said not suitable for large vehicles, no passing places and everything like that. But from the side that we drove into the road from, there was no signs at all. So yeah, I guess you sort of have to just have a bit of local knowledge and a bit of just assuming that it's going to be tight. Yeah. What do we do now? Just wait. Well, we could. One plus point is we could have a cup of tea or something. All right, so we've left the engine for about 15-20 minutes or so to cool down. So moment of truth.
Ready?
Okay. Well, started. That's a good sign.
Okay.
Any lights on the dash? Any warnings?
Fuel light.
Okay. Alright, fingers crossed. We'll come out of this and we'll get to some easier spots. Yeah, civilization.
Everything seemed to be working fine, so that was a relief. We carried on to Penzance and parked up right on the promenade for the night.
So we parked up right on the seafront in Penzance, which is really nice. Slight downside is that I just got woken up by seagulls on the roof. The upside of that is it's just before sunrise, so I thought I'd go over and have a look. Abby's still asleep in the van. Well, it's quite cloudy today, so I didn't see the sun actually rise, but it was nice. So this was a really nice park up right on the sea, and it was actually really quiet overnight. The road noise died down a lot, and I got a really good night's sleep until seagulls woke me up. And quite rare actually, it's the first one we found that didn't have any parking restrictions, so we've been able to just park here for free overnight and wake up and have nice view of St Michael's Mount just over there. I think I'll go and wake Abby up, get a cup of tea. Just put in 1-2p in this machine and it's just, I got it on the target, but I must have got a mega bonus. It's just not stopping. Okay, there we go. Winner, what can we get with that? It's ridiculous. Oh, what's that sound from?
Pac-Man.
Oh yeah. So Abby thought maybe we'd broken the machine because it was just spitting out loads of tickets, but But it turns out that's just a very normal amount of tickets because we cashed them in. I got one clotted cream rock and one little lolly. But the good thing is we also got loads and loads of change which we can use for the next park up and for showers. So yeah, very good, very handy actually having an amusement place. And they had a laundrette in there which was good value.
Unusual.
Yeah.
Next up, we headed to Lamorna Cove.
So we're making our way down to the cove. The roads are a little bit tight, a little bit sketchy, but I think we'll do it. So we're going to get a good view.
Bottom place here. Yeah, if there's any space. Okay. Oh my gosh. No one said anything about the road.
Turn left, then turn
There's
right.
space
There is potentially a space,
on the front.
possibly, yeah. A convenient spot right here. Yeah, there's only one space, so that's good.
Okay.
Probably the best it could have been actually. So this car park at the moment is only coins and we need £15. So luckily we knew that in advance and we've got loads and loads of pound coins from the arcade. It's quite handy. What would you do if you came to this car park and you didn't realise that? It'd be very annoying, wouldn't it?
People get tickets.
Because there isn't even a pay by phone one either. And it's also got ANPR cameras, so people on the park for night reviews were saying that they came in, couldn't get a space and drove out and ended up getting a £100 fine. So yeah, definitely something to watch out for if you come here. I think that worked out pretty good. Got a really good spot.
It was lucky. I feel like we've got quite lucky with our park-ups in the last few days.
Yeah, that's good. So Abby seems to have plugged in her 12-volt blanket to warm herself up.
Why not?
Yeah, does the job. Is it nice and warm?
Yeah.
Nice. We've moved the van to this nice bit right at the sea because we asked and said it's also a car park, you can park here. No one else has parked here probably because it's a really narrow entrance past the cafe over there to get here. But we managed it in a big van, so definitely doable. And now we can enjoy the view.
So we're going to leave it there for this video. We hope you enjoyed it and we'll catch you next time where we head towards Land's End.